getting the impression that you don't care much for your homeland.
On the contrary, I care for my homeland a great deal. There's so much potential. Sadly, we squander it. We refuse to acknowledge how far we've fallen because pretending is easier. We pretend the Qunari can be beaten. We pretend that we're superior to everyone, even our own people. Not everyone feels that way. I don't. Sadly, we're the minority.
Well, the Qunari can be defeated. It just takes lots of strategy to do so. So it's not impossible.
So much of what you say about the Imperium is entirely negative.
It might sound that way. For all our faults, my people have many virtues. We are laden with history and culture. Tevinter is where Thedas truly began, remember? We treasure our past and preserve it. You can walk down a side street and find nothing built during the modern ages. And despite appearances, we care deeply about everything. We have no reserve, not in war and not in love. If I truly believed my homeland was beyond all hope, I wouldn't miss it so much.
Alright,
I've heard enough.
we're done with him.
I never tire of talking about myself.
Oh, maybe not.
Ask you about Tevinter.
Ah, yes. Everyone outside the Imperium always seems quite fascinated by it. Probably why they come up with so many ridiculous tales. Flying cows over Minrathous. Madness.
What?
Alright, that one's actually true, but the cows didn't have wings. I digress. Anything in particular you wanted to know?
What the hell was that supposed to mean? What did they do? Just like catapult the cows? That's, oh my god, there's so much shit here.
It seems strange that an entire empire would be ruled by mages.
I find it strange that your mages don't rule anything at all. Actually, the fiction in the Imperium is that mages don't rule. The magisterium rules. That magisters are all mages is considered a convenient technicality.
What is the magisterium?
So it looks like these conversations are not going to be very long. That's good.
And the only part worth having a seat on. Those seats are split among the circles of Magi, the Chantry, and the major families. All mages now. It's odd that outside the Imperium, you use Magister like it applies to every Tevinter mage.
If you're not a magister, then what are you called? No special title?
I'm an Altus, which is almost as good as a Magister, depending on who you ask.
And what is that?
I've never heard of an Altus.
Upper class. Those families who trace descent from the Dreamers, the first prophets of the old gods. If you're a mage and you're not Altus, then you're later. Lower class. If you're not a mage at all, you're Soperati. That's everyone else. We do love our fancy words.
So what I'm getting in Ultras is a rich mage. Or at least that's what it sounded like.
Well, yes. Technically he can overrule laws passed by the Magisterium, but that never happens. Even so, he gets to appoint new Magisters, which means all the families vie madly for his favor. Thus the Archon gets invited to all the parties. The truest path to Tevinter influence, let me tell you.
If it's a fiction, that means mages do rule then.
Yes and no. Let me put it this way. Mages do rule, but not all mages are equal. If you're not from the right family, chances are you don't rule anything. Maybe you're even a slave. The idea that anyone could be a mage, however, keeps the masses placated.
In the old Dragon Age games with I remember it how it was ruled. It was warriors that ruled it, and then there were like diplomatic parties. Like there was a mage party, there was a Qunari party, and there was other kinds of parties. They explained it in Dragon Age 2, but it's been a while since I played it, so I don't 100% remember how it was explained. But yeah.
Potential runs mostly in bloodlines, but it's been known to happen. More importantly, commoners believe it can. Tevinter legend is chock full of mage heroes from humble origins. So they hold out hope. Someday my son or my son's son will be a mage. Someday. Poor sods don't realize that means he'll be a quaestor at the arse end of the 100 Pillars, at best.
Being a quaestor isn't a good thing.
I imagine the average non-mage likes to think so. Counting numbers and shuffling papers all day is better than many occupations after all. If you're a second-class citizen among a pack of piranha, however, your outlook changes.
So what I got from talking from him is that there are mages, but there are different kinds of mages. Like there is Altus, which he is. There is Lorien, I think is how you pronounce it, with lower class, class. And there was something in the middle, but there were also Circle Mage, which is like very frowned upon apparently.
Let me ask you something else.
Of course.
It was blood mages and circle mages that like people were that would crap on you about. Oh my god, I really don't want to
That's all I wanted to know.
go through all that.
I should go.
Try not to kill anyone without me.
No promises. Is that Leonda? No, this is some other random
Greetings,
chick.
Inquisitor. I am to serve as assistant to any research concerns. You'll find my skills are exceptional. I hope they prove useful.
You're taking over the duties of Minave.
Yes. A death provided the vacancy.
Oh, she
I am
died?
There are many who will miss her. My skills will ensure that you do not miss her ability.
I kind of figured that she died, to be quite honest.
You were made tranquil.
Yes, I am tranquil. It was necessary due to a willful nature that made wielding magic a dangerous endeavor. I remember that being a difficult time, but I cannot remember why. My skills are well used in my current position.
How can you serve the Inquisition?
I am to aid in the research of all creatures encountered in your efforts as leader of the Inquisition.
What makes you particularly qualified?
I remember being fond of animals. I don't remember why.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
Not optimal given the facilities. Skyhold should be improved, or our efforts will continue to...
Oh, no shit.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
It should be improved. Yeah, no shit. No, we should just, like, leave it. I got some research here. Go nuts. Now let's go back to finding Leonda, wherever she might be. She is at... she has picked the most random spot. She has picked the most random spot in this entire castle, ever. I thought I saw birds up there. Oh well.
I'm sorry.
So am I.
What?
The names of those we lost. You must blame me for this.
We all saw who attacked us. We know exactly who to blame.
I keep wondering if I could have done something different. When the first of my lookouts went missing, I pulled the rest back, awaiting more information. If they'd stayed in the field, they could have bought us more time. I was afraid to lose my agents. And instead, we lost Haven.
More likely they would have stayed out there, died, and we would have lost Haven anyway.
You don't know that. Their lives could have bought Haven a small chance. My people know their duty. They know the risks. They understand that the Inquisition may call upon them to give their lives.
True. There are soldiers. They'll do what we need them to.
If Corypheus is cold, I must be colder. War demands sacrifices of us all.
That was very dark. of her to say, and
Our
she
agents
glitched in that
have
chair.
encountered more followers of Corypheus, the so-called Venatori. Their leader, Calpurnia, has them searching elven ruins. For what, I do not know. I propose we stop the Venatori before they find what they seek.
Do you know anything about Calpurnia?
Only that Calpurnia is a name from ancient Tevinter legend. An unusual one. She was a priestess of Dumat, foster mother to the founder of the Imperium. A name like that is meant to assure the Venatori they follow in the footsteps of legends. We must prove them wrong.
I'm pleased to see my spy master is on top of the matter.
I try. These Venatori have been shadowing a merchant called Vicinius on Calpurnia's orders. They've investigated his finances, surveyed his warehouses. I propose that you meet with Vicinius. Flatter him. Find out what he knows of Calpurnia.
Alright, let's see what she has to say. Does that say Invictus? That's another game.
Vicinius sounds like a Tevinter name.
Born in Tallow. Although he claims to be from Virantium. He
Alright,
sells
it
rare
didn't say
oils and
Invictus.
amber, and prefers red wine to white.
What side of the bed does he sleep on?
He's unremarkable. I cannot think why Calpurnia would care.
What if Vicinius is as much in the dark as we are?
It never hurts to eliminate an avenue of inquiry. And we should tread lightly with the Venatori. They have contacts and spies, just as we do. The sooner you speak with Vicinius, the better.
We should warn Vicinius that the Venatori cultists are sniffing around.
You'd earn his trust. I'll make arrangements for you to visit his summer home in Val Royeaux. Hopefully, your attention should be enough to pique his interest. We'll have Calpurnia's secrets yet.
Yes, that would be a very good thing. Anyways, no, am I done with her? Do I still need to talk to her about anything?
The Divine's death hit you hard. How have you been feeling?
Oh, you are referring to my outburst in Haven. I am much better now. She was a good friend, and it will take time to get used to her absence. But thank you for asking. It is appreciated.
You are welcome. Once again, just gonna get the updates and then leave.
Seems that the Orlesian army is awaiting our next move. Some of the generals are sympathetic to our cause, others are still suspicious. Our actions are under a great deal of scrutiny.
Alright,
I'll leave you to your work.
I'm done with her. Let's go find the war room. There they are. I could just jump down, but that would just be stupid of me. Kinda want to get out of here alive. Anyways, I think we've talked to everyone. Is this the right way? It is, and there's this shit everywhere still. So let's get to the war room so we can continue on with the game. Because we just spent the last half hour just talking to people. Technically we spent the last hour if you want to throw in last session as well. Wait, we didn't talk to Varric. I just noticed that. The way. Oh man, give me that. Alrighty. So what can we do?
Are you all right, Leliana? Are you? I suppose not. Haven was trying. Inquisitor?
Well, we lost the hinterlands, so let's see if we can get
Inquisitor.
everything. Let's see